All right. I have done everything in my power. Reset the modem completely. Did a hard reset. Uninstalled Twitch. I mean, lowered the quality even a little bit. So if this does not work, I guess I'm going to pull out. Pull out. I'm going to let Cop stream and then try again after because I have to get this done. If I stream Genesis today, I'm going to have to postpone validation to next Sunday because I can't stream tomorrow. It's my birthday. So if I can't stream this, I'll have to postpone validation till next weekend. Never tell me to stream on Mixer. I'd rather shove a fire poker up my ass than stream on Mixer. What an AIDS piece of shit that is. Mixer is complete AIDS. 100% could not pay me to stream on. You could probably pay me to stream on Mixer. That's the only scenario, though, that I would ever stream on a Mixer. Ooh, Zach, you just really got me fired up. All right. This might be a bit preemptive on my part, but Josh, if you can post on the site for me on the card that I'm live again, because I feel like some people left because I was gone for like 10 minutes there. So let them know that I'm up and live again. And let's see. Oh, God, I pray. I'm not a very religious man, but I pray that this works out here. Please. Don't want to postpone validation. I don't want to get into commentator mode because I feel like I'll be disappointed. I want to give it a minute to truly get into things here. Don't want to get overzealous, But it's I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like it's okay, guys. As Genesis gets underway with Pete Davis and Guri Selkinov finally going one-on-one. The fight immediately spilling the outside as Pete Davis is using the environment to just unload on the Alpha World Champion here. And of course, you see Pete Davis's band of goons and the unknowns 1, 2, and 3 skulking around, but they best be weary, even though they'll be able to get their hands on Guri Selkinov this Sunday when there's that handicap match coming our way. They can't do so here, or they'll risk a disqualification, as Guri just going to throw Pete right into the pack, and then tossing him into the ring. Yeah, I just turned entrances off for this this one match because we already saw him on that first part there. Like I said, guys, though, since Guri Selkinov has become Alpha World Champion, he has been unstoppable. And I talked about a couple weeks ago, I think Guri Selkinov has the potential to be one of the longest reigning champions of all time. Whether it's Bob Luger or Elijah Stewart, I honestly don't think either of them. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from. I'm not going to say they can't do it, but I don't know. I got Guri vision right now. I don't see anybody taking that belt from him. He beat Chris Andrews. He beat Joey Bacon under a minute last week. Guri's been completely... He beat Elijah Stewart in a fantastic match to win the title. The same night, he won a 10-man over-the-top rope battle royal. And currently, the champion just tearing in to Pete Davis after Davis and his goons have made Guri's championship reign a living hell, attacking him time and time again. And now Selkinov looks to finally dispose of Davis here, get rid of the unknowns this Sunday at validation, that handicap match, and finally focus 100% on his championship reign, because he will make his first defense at the next Genesis exclusive pay-per-view after validation, which is the 3rd annual SummerSlam, guys. And he'll be defending against either Bob Luger or Elijah Stewart, both huge challenges. Of course, we'll find out exactly which man he'll be defending against this Sunday, the main event of validation, that huge 8-man elimination tag, Team Click versus Team Stewart. So many implications on the line, besides the winning team getting their captain the title opportunity at SummerSlam. If Click wins, guys, then Elijah Stewart will be forced to join Click. Join the thing that he hates the most, as Guri is going to power slam Pete into the corner, then a big old power slam right down onto the canvas. Now rebounding Guri, dropping a bow right across the face of Davis. That's not enough. Big old straight right hook As you see, one of the unknowns is trying to distract referee Perry White, but I don't know if that's going to give Davis the opening. He needs power bomb. 1, 2, no. Just a 2 count. Gary a bit miffed about that. I mean, we know Pete Davis's his resiliency. He took back that match of the sentence against his brother Jay. What a fantastic match it was, and Pete really showed us that he's a phenomenal in-ring competitor. So Pete not going to go down that easy, but Gurry able to stay on the attack here. Has him in a fireman's carry position. He's going to ram his neck right into that top turnbuckle. Still have a little bit of remnants of that cold, but I should definitely be 100% better by this Sunday. As we get our first, 2 tweets, guys. First, from Josh Wolf, says, good luck to Eli and the rest of the Resistance tonight, and at Validation, give them hell. And then also a tweet here from Adam Valentine says, listen, Lance, you don't like me, and I especially don't like you. But tonight, we have common enemies, so stay in the corner, and I'll do what I do best, and we'll be fine. Pete Davis mounting a comeback, so Adam telling Lance Martini to stay in his lane. Later on tonight, that tag team match, it will be Valentine and Martini versus Knox and the Brit. But look at this, out of the corner, goes for a Claymore, does Pete Davis, but saw it coming, did Gurry. Kick to the midsection, horribly miscalculated. Now going to pay for it with an STO. Lateral press by the 300-pounder, near 400-pounder. Now the Russian Ogre, the CMV Alpha World Champion, skulking around Pete Davis like a shark in the water, smelling blood. Looking to close in on the kill, but Davis isn't done just yet, guys. Still a lot to get to here. An absolutely stacked card for Genesis number 109. Up next, Zach Cage in a battle of Black Gale. That should be a good matchup. That has the making to be a show stealer. And then, of course, the Click Picks on the Resistance all night long. Reese Matthews versus Mark Patel. Bob Luger versus Matsuda Tanaka. And in the main event, Prime Vibe versus Xander Slate and Randy Borton. CMV's first ever Tornado Tag Team ladder match for the CMV World Tag Team titles. As Pete Davis going to take the big man for a walk. Leans him up against the ropes. Clothesline into the corner. Davis holding his own. The Unknowns only interfered once, and that didn't really do anything for Davis. So he's mostly handled this match all on his lonesome. Holding the Russian Ogre. Pop-up punch by Gary Suckinall coming out of nowhere. Pete Davis, though, got that iron jaw. Able to snap back too quickly now as he backs into the corner. Going to try for this Claymore once more. It seems failed the last time. Maybe the second chance will be the charm. No, reversed again by Suckinall. The Unknown's pissed about that. Davis, though, able to make sure Gurry can't capitalize with a cheeky neck breaker. But here's Suckinall, the dirty heel with a rake of the eyes. Now Gurry closes in, maybe looking for another powerbomb to end this match. But Davis reverses into an arm drag. Damn, everybody just up and left. They weren't about waiting. Come back, babies. Come back, I'm here. You could blame it all on me, you know. Gurry picked up to a vertical base. Davis shooting in a reel him in DDT. As the Unknowns, like a pack of piranhas, just skulking around the ringside area. And will the third time finally be the successful attempt for Pete? No! That move is 100% well scouted by Suckinall. Pete's got to start thinking of something else to hit here. Able to counter a power slam to a Russian leg sweep. I have a frozen pizza, Topher, all for you. That'd be some good. I think that would be a good strategy for Pete Davis, is to just stop going for that Claymore. 3 times Gary Suckinall has countered it in this match. I gotta give Pete Davis credit. He doesn't quit. He does not quit. 4th time, and countered again. Jesus, Pete, come on. There's something to be said for not quitting, but there's also something to be said for trying things and failing over and over again. That definition of insanity, you know? Back body drop, but misses that kick to the spine. Now going to pay for it as the off-world champion with a shin breaker. Going to snap that knee in two, and now Gary has had quite enough, looking to dispose once and for all of Pete Davis before taking care of the unknowns this Sunday. Power bomb. Quake in the ring. 1, 2. Second time. Pete Davis kicks out of that sit-out powerbomb, and Gary is not a happy camper. Look at that. Says, nah, fuck your shit, Davis. You are going down. A third powerbomb by Gary. 1, 2, 3, and Gary, suck it off, is victorious. Gotta give Pete Davis credit. He stepped into the ring with the behemoth and he held his own. I think that if he stopped going for those claymores, he might have actually gotten the win. But he really wanted to hit that. It cost him. 2 power bombs in a row. So Pete Davis has been taken down, and now this Sunday, Davis going to try to get back at Gary one more time when he sticks his unknowns on him in that handicap match. Tonight, though, Gary remains dominant, unbeaten since capturing the championship. The action continues. Up next, guys, is, like I said, a possible show stealer in the making right now. As former Anarchy World Tag Team and International Champion Zach Cage, who's taking a look at Gale's, looks like he's looking at Gale's nether region. Like, whoa, like surprised. Like, wow, impressed a little bit. Zach Cage, though, the decorated champion, CMV veteran, battling the Black Gale. What might be Gale's biggest challenge to date? Of course, we know Gale winning a #1 contenders match a couple weeks ago on Reality Wrestling. This Sunday on the Validation pre-show will receive a shot at the Rising Star title, taking on the current champ, Matseo Yum. So this would be some great momentum for Gale. But Zach Cage not going to make it easy for him. Cage coming off a victory over Tyson Cage a couple of weeks ago. A lot to get to still, guys. Clicking the Resistance, Team Stewart battling throughout the night in preparation for that huge main event this Sunday. Team Click versus Team Stewart. It has been finalized. Bob Luger, Xander Slate, Randy Borden, Reese Matthews versus Team Captain Elijah Stewart. Mark Intel, Pierre Thompson, and Matsuda Tanaka. And again, I gotta say how excited I am, guys, for Bob Luger, Matsuda Tanaka later on tonight. Matsuda currently unbeaten, coming off wins over Reese Matthews and Xander Slate. But Luger says he's going to end the Ultimate Dragon Slayer tonight. Crizzy does, Batman. Big Crizzy here in chat for the first time in a while. Hello, by the way. Zach Cage ended last season in a big way by becoming international champion, but was then forced to vacate the title due to a concussion. Only returned last month at Exodus inside of the Rage in a Cage. Surely looking to reclaim that title that he never even actually lost after dethroning Gary Sukhanov. Zach Cage, only one of the 5 men that has beaten Gary one-on-one. And here he comes, the unique and troubled Black Gale. We know he struggles with his vices, his addictions. But Gale, a phenomenal in-ring competitor who has gotten himself some great wins this season over Johnny Columbus a couple of weeks ago on Reality Wrestling, has earned him a Rising Star title match this Sunday against Matseo Yum. That should be an interesting matchup because both Gale and Yum are hard strikers. This theme song always gets all my videos striked, by the way. Whenever Gail has a match, Ember's theme always gets striked. Gail costing me that money, that AdSense, you know? All right, here we Oh, look at that, guys. A cheeky show of respect at the start of this match between a CMV veteran and a young hopeful and Black Gail. Love to see that. So here we go, right out of the gate with a leg drop bulldog by Gail. Hey, what up, Death by Cum? I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Welcome to the stream. To Genesis number 109. Yeah, it cost me all 5 cents, you know. I could have 5 extra pennies in my bank account, but Black Gail just not letting it happen. Oh, pump handle neck breaker right there by Gail. That is a nasty move to pull off on an opponent. Zach Cage now brought up to a vertical base. You know, this time last year at Validation, Zach Cage defeated Chris Andrews to win his first CMV title in the Anarchy Championship. Be a good time of year for Zach Cage to get back on top. Cage isn't set to compete this Sunday at Validation, nearly kicking Gail's head off right there. So surely he wants to grab a win here on Genesis to close out the week for himself. Of course, Gail doesn't want to suffer a loss heading into the biggest match of his career for the Rising Star title. I'm sure Mitsuya Yumi's keeping a close eye on this match, watching from home, doing all the studying up he can. I'm never going to remember that. Down the sobering whiskey stormy drain. I know Blackout, though. That's what he always hits anyway. I'll have you know, Batman, I get my security license by the end of this month. All right? So I'm going to be a big worker pretty soon. I'm going to be that new security guard at your warehouse. Going to make sure you put those stickers on those buckets. Oh, nice reversal by Gail right there into a Northern Light suplex, but just a 1 count pulled out for him. Front headlock by Gail now, punch to the back of the head. This, like I said, to date is Gail's biggest challenge. Zach Cage, a CMV veteran, decorated champion. Gail has finished matches with this before, guys. Euro uppercut off the springboard. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. I'm going to have a nightstick. I'll just threaten Batman Topher. Oh, now Gail, of course, he's going to go for this one. Chrissy's in stream. Aha, but Cage saving me by reversing. That cheeky clutch counter. And another leg drop bulldog by Gail. Up to the second turnbuckle, rallying as Gail, the CM Universe up on their feet behind him. They know that Gail suffers with his addiction, but they love him when he's in the ring. And a beautiful moonsault DDT right there, but the wherewithal of the veteran Cage to roll to the outside and make sure Gail can't pin him. And then Cage right back in the ring. Oh! Small package driver by Cage! 1, 2! Nearly catching Gail off guard. Woo! Close call right there. Up to the second turnbuckle now. Cage in the driver's seat trying to maintain control with a drop kick. Double boots to the chest. Yeah, because I think that's actually true, GOAT. You know, CMV Universe, they have their addictions, their vices. They see Gail like them. They can relate to Black Gail and what he's going through. But wanting to achieve and be successful here in CMV, only a 1 count for Gail right there. Yeah, that was the last time we saw Gail before he became #1 on Genesis. He was a part of that Battle Royal some weeks ago. It was last week's Rowdy Wrestle, and then he knocked off Johnny Columbus in a great match to become #1. Oh, Vintage Cage, the submission specialist shooting in for that armbar. Oh, but Gail able to escape quickly, but the damage might have been done. Oh, bicycle knee. Gail escaping the armbar. but catching all of that knee. That might be a rope break, though. Nope. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. I don't know why Cage backed up into the corner before going for the pin. That might have cost him. Now he's pissed. Up to the second turnbuckle now goes Zach Cage as he beckons for Gale to rise up to his feet. What's Cage going to go for here? Throwing caution to the whip for another beautiful drop kick. Oh! Woo! Mamma mia, that spinning fist. Clocking Cage right on the jaw. Might be in La La Land. Oh, bless death. I appreciate that, my friend. Oh, GTS by Gale and a penalty kick. What a combo there by the #1 contender for the Rising Star Championship. And now, of course, he's going to go for it again. No blackouts tonight. Oh, this time he'll get it too. Down the sobering, stormy whiskey drain. The bridging reverse package powerbomb. 1, 2, 3, and Gale victorious. What a back and forth competitive matchup, but Gale gonna pick up that last second momentum before his title match this Sunday. Zach Cage had Gale in trouble a couple times, like right here with that beautiful small package driver. Then again with that disarm him. And then again with that bicycle knee. It's going to show that too, I think. Right here. If he would have went for the pin right away, he might have gotten the win. But he wasted time. Black Gale Matseo Yum this Sunday at Validation for the Rising Star Championship. Can Gale win the big one? All right, guys, up next. Oh, welcome back, PJ, and blessed for that host. Much appreciated. Here we go, guys. Up next here on Genesis number 109, the first of 3 Click versus Resistance battles tonight, as the former undisputed champion Maurice Matthews is set to battle Markintel. Still to come, we got what I am hypothesizing going to be a fantastic show stealer and Bob Luger versus Matsuda Tanaka. Then, of course, the main event, history made for CMV's first ever Tornado Tag Team ladder match for the World Tag Team titles as Prime Vibe challenged Xander Slate and Randy Borton. But, of course, guys, as we get set for this matchup, how about that breaking, just absolutely earlier tonight, I was so struck that I collapsed here at ringside. Nobody really seemed to care. But Brett Angel, guys, officially announcing his return to Genesis, but not coming alone. Brett Angel saying that his last stint here on Genesis was just nasty and he wants to scrub it. But this time he's bringing some backup in the form of Dule Zaire, guys, joining Brett Angel to form a tag team. I believe that's the first time that Angel's ever been a part of a tag team. Of course, there was Halo, a stable over in his stint on Unmatched, but I believe this is his first ever tag team run. And even though they couldn't decide on a name just yet, they will be debuting here on Genesis next week. So Brett Angel returns after his near career-threatening injury at Ascendance, joined by Dule Zaire. They'll be making their debut. Excited to see that as Reese Matthews, the former undisputed champion, Looks to pick up some momentum for Click here. This Sunday, the main event of Validation. It is Team Click, led by Bob Luger, Xander Slate, Randy Borton, and Matthews himself, against Team Stewart. Mark can tell this man, the Beast, the Hellhound, Matsuda Tanaka, and Pierre Thompson. Of course, this is not the first time that these two have gone at it this season. They fought, I believe, the first month of this season. And I remember correctly, Reese Matthews picked up the victory. Martel coming off a harsh string of losses to the Click. Lost twice to Borton, then last week to Bob Luger. And as if that wasn't enough, Luger then attacked Marcantel after the match. So we know that Marcantel has a deep hatred rooted for Click. He was an easy choice for Elijah Stewart to recruit for this Sunday. And of course, there is a lot on the line this Sunday in that tag team matchup, guys. Because not only will the winning team earn their captain, Bob Luger or Elijah Stewart, the title match against Scurry Suckingham at SiberSlam, but if Click win, then Elijah Stewart will have to join Click. Elijah certainly picked him. CMV veteran and Marcantel, a powerhouse. Of course, Pierre Thompson, another powerhouse, former international champion, perhaps tag team champion later on tonight. And Matsuda Tanaka, the world-renowned competitor, current RJPW television champion, unbeaten in CMV. And he's been lining Click up these past couple of weeks and knocking him down. He beat Reese Matthews at the top of the month. And, of course, Xander Slate last week. Bob Luger says he's going to stop him dead in his tracks tonight. But right now, Reese Matthews and Marcantel starting things off against each other as the big man, the Hellhound, has the clamps on Reese, pushing against the temples. And Reese looks to be in La La Land as he hits every turnbuckle on the way down. Marcantel going for the legs of the former undisputed champion. Reese Matthews obviously the lighter. Marcantel ensuring that Reese can't escape him, can't run. Big old power bomb right there. Not a great start to things here for Matthews. Marcantel most definitely wants to get himself a victory heading into this Sunday after all the losses he's taken thanks to Click this month. Ooh, nice stiff European uppercut. Gonna chop Matthews down. Now goes for a punch to the side of the head, but Reese gonna battle back with an elbow to the heart. Now shoots in, knee right to the face. Gonna shatter that jaw. Maybe break the nose. Now an Irish whip out onto the apron. Goes Big Marky Moo, who tumbles down to the outside like a sack of stone. That would be, I mean, Marcantel has pinned Borton before in tag matches, so maybe that's like the only way that Marcantel can get one over Borton. If it's one-on-one, Borton has the big man's number. Count of 3 by referee Perry White, and Reese tossed into the steel steps as now Marcantel looks to show us his raw power with not one. Oh, the crowd and the ref going to be counting here different numbers. 6 count by the ref, 2 by the fans. And I believe 7 and 3. Back in the ring goes Marcantel. Oh, Big Mark maybe looking to take that cheeky count-out win. Taunting in the corner. 9. Oh, Matthews just in the nick of time. Saving himself. Front headlock kick to the midsection by Reese. Beautiful reversal by Mark. I was about to say, he's going to do a Northern Light suplex. That's pretty agile for Marcantel. Just a back body drop instead. Marcantel, oh my God, just tossing him to the center of the ring like a ragdoll. The strength by Marcantel is unbelievable. And now all 300 pounds of him just comes crashing down onto Reese's sternum. The former world champion battling back, though, goes for a lariat, but caught in a front headlock, then a European uppercut. Shoots low to Marcantel, but a blow to the upper back. Now an arm drag, tip for tap, back and forth they go, reversal fest ensuing. Back up, Marcantel shoots low again, but a takedown by Reese Matthews to deflect it, then a kick right up on the side. Hey, what up, Ogon? Excited to see Boone in action in our co-main event. John Reed versus Samuel Boone should be an interesting matchup. We know that John Reed this Sunday, it has been made official, will be taking on Dave Turner in a rematch from Exodus. After what John Reed did to Turner last week, I'm surprised the former general manager and Hall of Famer is even going to be able to make it to validation. Oh! Bull hammer! Coming out of nowhere by Big Mark. Grabs that leg. 1, 2. Nearly the 3 count, but not quite. Man, that's just how dangerous Marcantel is. That shit came out of nowhere. Gonna make it 6 gut-wrench suplexes to Marcantel here in this matchup against Reese Matthews. Marcantel been in control for the better part. Reese not making it easy, though, for him to put him down. Stomp right down onto the face right there. Jeez. Oh, my God. That a knee to the temple. Marcantel currently having his way with Matthews, but a nice reversal right there by the former world champion. Hook to the jaw. Spinning back fist. Now into a front headlock. Reese with a knee to the face. The total package. Riding high now. Kick to the midsection. Up against the ropes. Oh, and an enziguri. Or was that a knee? I think that was a knee, actually. Up to the second turnbuckle. Reese Matthews rallying. The fans aren't behind him, though. Oh, nice neck breaker. Cheeky. Oh, ho, ho. Now Matthews looking to make it a miserable month for Marcantel. Single underhook facebuster. Marcantel busted wide open, but Reese not going for the pin. I guess he knows it's going to take more than that to take down the big man. A mistake if you ask me, but hey, Reese has his strategy, his game plan, I'm sure. Now a reverse chin lock as he looks to slow things down, but Marcantel ain't about sitting around here. Back to his seat, a couple of elbows to the midsection. Power slam. Reese having none of that, though. Reverse DDT. Now grabbing the Dark Angel. Bringing him up to his seat. Jumping DDT by Reese. And Marcantel with that veteran instinct to roll out onto the apron. Using those ropes to pull himself up. He knows that Matthews can't attack him here, lest he risk a disqualification. Boom! But Reese is going to knock him down to the outside with a shoulder thrust. Perry White now beginning his count as it looks like Matthews might be content taking a count-out victory here after this matchup has gone on. No, gonna break it at 2. Yeah, Marcantel just likes burning things. Doesn't mean he gets a lot of sun. I combined 2 of his nicknames there by accident. The True Dark Lord. And, oh! Oh! Reese! Back suplex on the... Oh, my back hurts watching that. Mamma mia, that was brutal. Marcantel ain't playing around anymore. Just before the count of 6. Marcantel back in the ring going for the pin, and rightfully so, guys. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. I don't know how the hell Reese was able to kick out right there after taking the back suplex on the barricade. Oh, but now Marcantel looks to capitalize on the opening he's created. Reese not done just yet, though. You might not like him, you might not respect him, but Reese one hell of a competitor. The longer this match goes on, the more to favor him. Vintage Reese with the pump handle neckbreaker now soaking it all in. Very proud of himself. Shouldn't waste so much time, though. Mamma mia, spaghetti-o. Guacamole. Oh! Marcantel, I think, just went for the bullhammer again. Wow, that was a botched lariat. Marcantel falling the wrong way. But now Matthews is standing tall. Marcantel down, and I think the cogs in Reese's mind are beginning to move and shift. Perhaps looking to end things right here. Maybe look for another single underhook facebuster. Marcantel's song coming from behind, though. And now Big Mark. Oh, he's defeated people with this powerbomb before. Not going to go for the pin. Instead, hyping himself up. Marcantel is on another level right now, and Reese is in big trouble. European uppercut, though. Matthews still not done. Still some left to take as he shoots to try to end things, I believe. But Marcantel, what's this? The True Dark Lord powerbomb into the pin. 1, 2, no! Another kick out by Reese Matthews. Refusing to go down at the hands of Mark here. This month, Borton has beaten Marcantel twice. Bob Luger beat him last week. Reese doesn't want to be the only Click guy to not get one over. The CMV veteran. Excuse me. Still to come tonight, guys, after this matchup. Gonna get an interesting tag team matchup indeed. Oh, nice reversal right there by Reese. Hold on a second, gonna take a risk. Blockbuster, beautifully executed. Gonna be Lance Martini and Adam Valentine teaming up to take on Alistair Knox and Chris Andrews. But right now, Marco just made a big-time reversal. Gonna go for the pin after that clothesline. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Man, these two beating the hell out of each other. Certainly not taking it easy before this Sunday. Another powerbomb, a third one, trying to break that Bison record. Maybe Bison going to return this Sunday and break his own record against Hayden for the world title. Man, am I excited for that. Reese Matthews able to counter whatever Marcantel was shooting for there. Now a float over neck breaker. Stomp onto the knee, and Reese Matthews pulling the big man up to a vertical base. Oh! Psyching out a super kick, instead clocking him right on the jaws. Now Matthews a second time. Pump handle neck breaker. Marcantel's head has got to be throbbing, and Reese wasting no time. Not beating around the bush anymore. Done playing with his food. Shoots for the finish. Single on a hook. Face buster again. 1, 2, 3, and Reese Matthews scores 1 for Click. Marcantel falls short again against the Click, guys. No, don't tell me, Reese. No, come on. Don't pull a Luger. Wait. Reese. No, Reese, no. Don't do it, Reese. No, no, no. Gonna pull a Bob Luger from last week. Reese getting a steel chair and unloading on Marcantel. Scaring off Perry White. Reese Matthews making sure that Marcantel is no 100 there. I don't know. He's had that same attire for like the past month. I think what I is when we were having the attire issues with Britt is when you uploaded the new one, I copied his old pay-per-view attire to his main one, and then new pay-per-view attire slot because it was pissing me off too much. Couldn't be bothered. I saw you uploaded a new Brit, though. I can grab him before validation this Sunday if you want me to. Get a quick drink of water real quick before we get ready for this. All right, let's do it. Excuse me. All right, this should be an interesting matchup indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but first, the tweet from Maurice Matthews says, I hope Elijah has his click shirt ready and ironed in his closet for next Monday. Hashtag I'm better. After that display by Reese towards Mark, so guys, no way Big Mark's going to be 100% for this Sunday. That's going to damage Team Elijah. So here we go. Two teams of foes pairing up to go at it. Adam Valentine was right in a way. Lance Martini and he do have a common enemies in Knox and the Brit, because both Lance and Valentine want shots at those respective titles. Lance is the only man to defeat Alistair this season, pinned him clean a couple of weeks ago, whereas Valentine failed to do so last week after finally getting that shot against Knox he's been begging for. It has been announced that Martini and Valentine will go one-on-one this Sunday on the pre-show of Validation, while of course we know that Alistair Knox and Chris Andrews will be going one-on-one to crown a double champion. The Anarchy and International belts will be on the line. One of them is going to become only the 5th ever double champion in CMV history. We're going to find out who the better champ is. The party boy ready to go, as now here comes the self-proclaimed GOAT. Feels as though he's the rightful contender for the Anarchy Championship, but definitely after defeating Alistair Knox a couple of weeks ago, Martini has a definite claim to being #1 contender. When they go at it this Sunday, we'll finally see who deserves it more. Gonna be interesting to see. Adam Valentine earlier tonight tweeted saying, Lance, you just stay out of my way, I'll handle it. But I'm going to be looking forward to how Knox and Andrews work together. It has not been a great month for the Bloody Brit since exit. Of course, he retained his title in that war against Marketale, but since then he's taken losses to Dury Suckenov and last week Elijah Stewart. Knox suffered that loss to Martini, but he did bounce back a bit last week by defeating Valentine. If Andrews wants to get that last bit of momentum, he's going to have to work with Knox here tonight. First time ever it'll be Knox versus Andrews this Sunday, and a poll on the website asked the CM Universe which match they're actually most excited for at the pay-per-view, and that matchup got the most votes. Far ahead of the other matches as well. People are pumped for Knox Andrews. It is sure to be a good one, but which is the better champion? We're going to find out. Valentine likes to bask in his own glory. What can I say? So there we go, Team 1, the Party Boy and Valentine, gonna look to try to work together knowing their opponents this Sunday, because if they can knock off the team of Knox and Andrews here, that'll bode well for both of them in their missions to try to get shots. Ominous as ever. Alistair Knox gonna make his way from the back here for action tonight on Genesis number 109. Alistair, one of the most, if not the most dominant competitors this season on Genesis, with only one loss. And of course, he shattered Chris Andrews' record of most defenses Anarchy champion. Britt held it for a long time with 4 by retaining inside a rage in a cage. Knox made it 5, and he's closing in on the Britt's record for longest reigning Anarchy champion as well. If Knox can retain a validation, he will break Britt's record come SummerSlam. So if Knox beats Andrews this Sunday, he will yet again wipe Britt out of the record books and take another one of his accolades. You know, Britt's not going to want to let that happen. Alistair Knox with that deadly censorship submission hold and his arsenal that only 2 people have ever escaped from. One of them being Lance Martini, the other being Dave Turner. This time last year at Validation, I talked about it earlier tonight, Zach Cage defeated Chris Andrews to win the Anarchy title. He did so by tapping Britt out with an armbar. So Britt, will he tap out a second year in a row at Validation, or will he make up for last year and become the 5th ever double champion? You know what's great? If you've never watched it, I feel like most people would have by now, considering it's 17 years old. But Band of Brothers on HBO, if you have HBO, phenomenal show. I'm watching it for the 3rd time through. Excellent. And here we go. Chris Andrews, the WWE Britt, the current and 2-time international champion, captured that belt. The first pay-per-view of this season, Death Wish in an 8-man ladder match. Been champion for 2.5 months now. 2.5 months. The former Anarchy champion this Sunday, going to look to make sure that Knox does not break another one of his records, while simultaneously making history. Yeah, Britt has definitely taken some shots at Knox, saying that he's a phony Anarchy champion, that he's not as good as he was. You know, Britt feels though, and with good reason, that he's the greatest Anarchy champion of all time. It can be argued, but like I said, Knox is closing in on him. He already broke his most defenses record. If he can beat Andrews this Sunday by SummerSlam, he'll break that longest reigning record too. But here we go. Starting things off, Lance Martini and Alistair Knox. You know, Knox would love to tap out Martini here to get back for Lance, defeating him one-on-one a couple of weeks ago. You know, tonight, Britt is probably happy he has Knox on his side with that censorship, but he won't be. So this Sunday, what a big boot right there. It's going to be censorship versus revenge. 2 deadly maneuvers. I think it might be whoever gets it off first will walk out with both titles. Nice little fucking whatever the hell that was. Then a Fury punch to follow through. That is the International Championship that Britt holds, while Knox is the Anarchy Champion. It is a beautiful title. Some random guy made it too. On CC, I went out one day and I saw a new international title. I was like, what the hell? I messaged this guy, I didn't know his name. I was like, hey, who are you? He's like, oh, I just watched CMV. I like it, so I uploaded a title. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I love it. So I downloaded that shit. Good to have, you know, some nice fans. Up to the second turnbuckle goes Martini. Nice little cannonball senton, about dropping right on Knox's face. I like the World Tag Team titles, you know, especially because Xander's holding one of them. Boot to the side of the head, coming up from behind. Oh, nice waistlock lariat. Cheeky offense by Knox now, as the party boy going to eat canvas with that face plant now, rebounding for a double axe handle to the back of the head. How about that new Undisputed title made by our very own Matsuda Tanaka on Twitter? I don't know if you guys saw it, as Knox with those lethal strikes Those back elbows and forearms and that knee to the side of the head. Oof, Martini got to bounce back as he does right there. What's up, Mr. Two Belts? Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Knox! With censorship, but remember, Lance Martini is one of the only two men to escape that maneuver, but right now he doesn't have to. Valentine helping him out. You know, on any other occasion, Valentine would have laughed while Lance Martini struggled to escape, but if Lance loses, Adam loses here tonight. I'm going to assume you are Party Scotty B, because you said CMU and that you had the hashtag CMU as well when you uploaded them. Just my guess. If not, whoever you are, welcome either way. Welcome to Genesis number 109. As we are just days away from this Sunday in validation. The first of the big four this season. Britt now the legal man as he hammers away at Martini. Slammed to the corner, then chucked to the middle of the ring like a sack of dirty laundry. Yo, what up? Pestius? Just gonna call you MRD there. And I love it! That pop-up German suplex gets me, ooh, just, oh man, so great. I really do like that move though. 10 out of 10, very impressive by Britt, but Lance got to make a tag, by the way. He's getting walked by Knox and Britt respectively. German suplex. Oh, now vintage Britt looking to take Martini to Suplex City. There's the third one pulled off nicely. Oh, hot tag. Oh, man, Valentine's getting pissed. He is not liking the way that Martini's carrying this match so far. Another German suplex for Lance's troubles. Make the hot tag now. Yes, he can. And here comes Valentine on fire. Rocket up under his ass. Going hard in the paint. Another clothesline after the enziguri. I've only seen Britt hit it so far. I've only seen Andrews hit that pop-up German suplex thus far. Oh my God, that was nasty. German suplex. That was a fifth German suplex in this match from Britt, followed by a hellacious short arm clothesline. And look at this. The international champion, the Bloody Britt, just digging these knees into the side of Valentine's skull. Martini is just back up to his feet. Looking to get out of the apron. As Valentine makes a nice counter with an arm drag. Oh, single underhook DDT. The GOAT might have to put this match on his back because Martini, man, he got absolutely just the shit kicked out of him by Knox and Britt. Nice clothesline there by Valentine. Be a big, big victory for Valentine and Martini, whereas Knox and Andrews would love the momentum heading into their match for this Sunday. Vintage Valentine with a vintage pile driver. And now the GOAT wasting no time as he lines up the Britt for the slapjack. I think he hit 3 of those on Knox last week, and it wasn't enough to keep the Anarchy champ down. We're not even going to find out if Britt can kick out on his own. Knox saving things on the count of 2. Britt will never calm down with the knees. Valentine now going up high. We're going to see a flying goat. Pointing at Britt. Andrews wobbles to his feet, maybe not even knowing where he is. And a chop, botched chop. Doesn't look like it caught Britt too much. Definitely didn't get the full effect. You have a call? MRD, are you one of the new guys that signed recently? So I don't recognize your name. Martini tagged in and immediately taunting, pandering to his fans in attendance. Lance Martini grabbing a hold of the Brit's boot. DDT, what a devastating maneuver. Oh, of course. Of course, it's Kobayashi under one of his 20 accounts. Always fooling me thinking you're a new guy. Oh, Lance Martini now. The party boy has Britt inside spinning reverse STO. That's what he defeated Knox with. Will it be enough to put down the Brit? No! Alistair makes the save again. Valentine a bit pissed. Wow, I think Valentine and Lance nearly actually worked together there for a moment. Tries for the pin again. And now Valentine's like, you get the fuck out of here, Knox. Electric chair, but Knox doesn't like heights. Escaping with some punches down on the top of the head. An all-out war ensuing between these four. Out onto the apron. Tries for a shoulder thrust. Gets it into Guri instead. Lance back into the fight. Drops down behind. Notice a CMV veteran. The former world champion and current two-time international champion deflects a punch to the jaw. Forearm smash. Jesus Christ. This is becoming a barroom brawl between these two. Nice takedown by Martini. Into a side headlock. Keeps him down. Rolls through. Oh, Britt trying to make that hot tag. Fortunately not able to get there in time. Alistair Knox begging, pleading for Britt to get over to him. Lance gonna make a tag. Valentine and Lance actually working pretty well together in this match. Valentine now circling. The bloody bit looks to prop him up against an elbow to the midsection. And now Britt with that pop-up German. Coming out of nowhere just like that. Britt lets you know he's still alive. Now lining up the shot for a bit of revenge. See you later, Adam Valentine. 1, 2, but Lance Martini makes the save. Knox failing miserably to stop him from doing so. Now Martini busted open after an elbow by Knox. Back and forth. There you go. Britt's just watching the fight. Now coming in to help out his tag team partner for the night. Opponent this Sunday. Just cleaning house is the international champion with a sidewinder. I don't think we've ever seen Andrews without his shirt on. He's got that Baron Corbin belly button. Doesn't want to show it. What the hell is this by Britt? Oh my God, with these clotheslines tonight. You're killing me. Hook to the jaw. Andrews with that German suplex. He's loving these short on clotheslines tonight is Britt. With Martini down. 1, 2, 3. The Britt scores the pin. And he and Knox get the win. Martini up just in time to see the end. Well, Britt and Knox managed to work together to win tonight, but this Sunday, only one of them can walk out of London, England, the Brits home, out of the O2 Arena with 2 titles over their shoulders. And you know, Lance Martini's not going to be happy about that. He gets his chance to snap back at Valentine this Sunday on the pre-show when they go one-on-one. Look at this. In the spirit of victory, actually getting along. Knox has remained completely silent, letting his actions in the ring do the talking. Of course, we know Britt, that jibber-jabber. But he's certainly delivered here as he'll look to do this Sunday. All right, guys, here we go. Our tertiary main event that has the making not only to steal tonight's show, but be a match of the year worthy contest, if you will. And with still a lot to get to tonight. We got John Reed and Samuel Boone up next in the co-main event. Then in the main event, history made. CMV's first ever tag team ladder match for the gold as Prime Vibe challenge Click. Already tonight, Click have gotten one on the board with Reese not only defeating Marcus, but then attacking him post-match with a chair. Now Luger looks to follow through in his mission to ruin the spirit of Team Elijah, in his own words. So far, it's been 50-50. He took a loss to Pierre Thompson, but last week, he was able to defeat Marcantel. Now looks to be the first man to defeat Matsuda Tanaka. Here he comes, the work ethic titan, the front man of Click, the first ever two-time Alpha World Champion. And if victorious this Sunday in the main event of Validation, will look to become three-time at CyberSlam against Guri Suckanov. Click continue to spread throughout CMV like a disease, if you will. They've got Amber Briggs on Ferocity, Chris Adams now on Unmatched, gaining supporters by the day on the CMV universe. They are taking over, but if Elijah Stewart has anything to say about it this Sunday, gonna look to stop Luger and his boys dead in their tracks. Bob Luger ready to go, confident he'll be the first man to put down Matsuda Tanaka in his CMV career. Tanaka has knocked off Reese Matthews and Xander Slayton singles competition this month. So you know Luger's looking to get payback for his boys, for his good brothers. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimate Matsuda Tanaka, and this is the real dark horse pick, but a strong one by Elijah Stewart. Elijah sees that Matsuda's been tearing through the Click's ranks this past month. Currently unbeaten is the current RJPW television champion, known around the world now, making his home in CMV the grand stage. That sounds like Batman. Just hear that guy? Now we're talking. Big Matsuda fan. He was waiting all night for this. Matsuda Tanaka looking to tie things up tonight for the fight between Click and the Resistance. Of course, the main event will cap it all off with the World Tag Team titles dangling above the ring. Prime Vibe versus Slayton Morton for the gold in a ladder match. And certainly to talk about that main event, you got to put the favor in the corner of Elijah Stewart, actually, and Pierre Thompson, because Stewart has so much ladder match experience in his career, and he's won the better part of the ladder matches he's been in. And of course, he's the most agile of those four. You know, Pierre Thompson, a big powerhouse, Sanders Slate, a submission expert, a technician, and Randy Borton, well, he's just well-rounded, but Elijah's most definitely the quickest of those four. Man, Elijah Stewart's team, padded out with Matsuda Tanaka, is just looking real good. You got that agility, that charisma, that never-say-die attitude of Elijah. You got the power, the strength of Marketel and Pierre, and then just the wildly and creative offense and those versatile strikes of Matsuda. But of course, Click too. You got Bob Luker with that excellent wrestling background, a powerhouse. Xander Slate, like I said, a submission expert. Borton, well-rounded. And then Reese Matthews with whatever he's going to throw out. Just going to scream in their faces that he's a former world champion. Winding elbow drop to the back of Matsuda's head right there. Knee down to the top of the head as this matchup gets underway. The bullhammer right out of the gate. Delivered from Tanaka to the work ethic titan. The second generation superstar getting his blonde hair just nailed to the canvas. That boot to the back of the head. Out onto the apron goes the RJPW television champion. What a springboard shooting star. Didn't really land the way I think he was wanting it to. Kind of caught Luger's legs there. Gonna go for the pin anyhow, though. Not even a 1 count. Wouldn't expect anything less from someone like Luger. CMV veteran man who really made last season on Genesis was the season of Bob Luger. The longest reigning Alpha World Champion to date. Matsuda's just, I guess, content to hold him there on his shoulders. Luger's not, though. He had a child. Chop block gonna cut him down. Snapmare on Luger. Vintage Luger here as of late with that figure 4 head scissors. And this is just as much trying to get inside Matsuda's head and play with him as it is trying to keep him grounded. You know, Matsuda, Bob Luger cannot let him get off those strikes. Just, oh, the kicks especially for Matsuda. And of course that Kinshasa, that's what chopped down Xander Slate last week. One swift blow and Slate was done. Right now, Matsuda with a back suplex onto the apron where all the hardest parts of the ring converge. Gonna be hurting in the morning. Gonna be feeling that this weekend. See, I have faith in Bison. Oh! What a reversal by Luger for a powerbomb on the outside. Bison has never won the big one. But I believe after his time off returning this Sunday against Hayden, I'm a believer that the Barbarian's finally going to do it. Oh, grabbing a hold of Luger's arm. Snapping it right over the knee. Looking to give Click a taste of no medicine. We know how much Click like breaking arms. That's what they did to Tim. And at a count of 7, we are in dangerous territory as Luger gets his head donked off that steel post. Bison is a 2-time international champion and a former world tag team champion. He has never won the big one, though, despite multiple opportunities, especially last season. He had a couple of shots at the Alpha World Championship, but Bison, is being a Season 1 veteran, the OG monster, he's never been able to get that World Championship. But this Sunday, I don't know what it is, but there's a feeling in the air. It's going to be a good one either way. And right now, there's a feeling in the air that Bob Luger might get his head kicked off, but counters the Kinshasa. Saw it coming. Well scouted by Luger. Now has Matsuda and a military press dropped into a Euro uppercut just like that. And Luger wastes no time as he now lines up the shot for a Luger landing reversed by Matsuda into a Northern Light suplex. Beautiful. And now Matsuda! The knee jerking again! Kinshasa! 1, 2, no! Only a 2 count. What a sequence, though. had me on the edge of my seat. Matsuda just botching these dives. That shooting star, now that body splash definitely did not land correctly. Up on the top rope, Matsuda slapping that ass. Going for a German, but Luger having none of it. He ain't going on that ride. And now Luger with a Houston hangover. Then dropping to his knees to show off those 18-inch pythons, brother. Man, Luger just pulling that out of his ass. Never seen Luger do something that agile. Oh, now there ain't no party like an uppercut party. There's an uppercut party. Don't stop. As Luger rallies, there ain't no fans supporting him, though. European uppercut out, but another one sends Matsuda back into the corner. Hello, European uppercut again. Now Luger with this picture-perfect drop kick as he rebounds off the ropes. Matsuda quickly able to shake the cobwebs and bounce back up to his seat. This match has most definitely not disappointed. But now Matsuda looks to shove his boot down Luger's gullet with that super kick. Luger saw it coming, able to duck it, closes in. Snapmare though, Matsuda a bit quicker. Elbow right to the face. Luger not done. Bounces back up, back and forth. They go tit for tat. Now Luger has the opening. Luger landing. Count it again. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. What a fucking match. Matsuda counters the Luger landing a second time. Exclamation point CMV, DJ, and exclamation point join is our commands. That's now Matsuda introducing Luger to that top turnbuckle. 11 times. Ricocheting his face off of it, wrenching back those arms, stomping him into the canvas, and Luger busted wide open as the blood trickles down that beautiful face of his, that second generation face. Stalls the suplex. Luger's still not done though. There's a reason we call him the cardio maniac. The longer this goes, the more it benefits him. Matsuda! Escaping the ring, comes back in, pop up, double boots over to the chin, and Luger's bleeding like a stuffed pig. And Luger's furious now. Now he's pissed. Just unloading, letting the aggression get the better of him here. Oh, damn! Matsuda Tanaka has the bull by the horns, hooked to the jaw. Luger, I don't know if you can see with that blood all in his eyes, but a straitjacket German pulled off nicely. Face first now goes Matsuda. Doesn't matter what kind of condition Bob Luger's in, he'll keep going until he has no fight left. Bob Luger has challenged every single one of Elijah's teammates this past month. He didn't beat Pierre Thompson. What a match that was, though. He did defeat Martel last week. Oh! Kinshasa out of nowhere! 1, 2, no! Tanaka trying to take Luger by surprise, but the work ethic Titan, baby, doesn't get taken by surprise. Now Matsuda, what's he sizing up for here? I don't know. Whatever he was shooting for, reversed by Luger. Bobby Boy finally making a big counter, but Matsuda takes it right back with another pop-up double boots on that beautiful chiseled jaw. Matsuda turns to the fans for their support, feeding off of their energy. Sorry. Can't speak. Too hyped with this match right now. Thrown overhead with that fireman's carry. Bob Luger helped out. Oh, Kinshasa! Numero 3, 1, 2. Are you kidding? Luger kicking out of the third, and Matsuda is livid. I don't think anybody's managed to kick out of even one of those hit by Matsuda so far in his career. Springboard moonsault resorting to some unique offense now is ultimate. The Dragon Slayer has Luger in the deep end. But Bob manages to keep his head above the water. He can't just go on the defensive, though, forever. Pump handle set up by the RJPW television champion. That pump handle toss overhead. And another pop-up double boots. Grabbing him by that beach blonde hair, Matsuda looks him in the eye, says, stay down. Irish whip into the corner. Matsuda looking for something deadly here, gonna suck the air right up out of Luger with that knee to the midsection, now just stomping a mud hole in him. Gonna walk it dry. What kind of condition is Luger gonna be in this Sunday, guys, after this hellacious fucking match? He's getting his ass kicked, but he ain't going down. Now Matsuda calling for the end, but Luger still not finished. Back suplex by the Cardio Maniac, baby. I told ya. Doesn't matter how Luger's looking, he's always in the game. But Matsuda now. Cheeky final cut. Taking a page out of Hayden's book right there. Now brought to a vertical base. And a cross-legged Fisherman Buster. Matsuda Tanaka got to be wondering, what the hell do I got to do to keep this guy down? This is Matsuda's biggest challenge to date in his senior career. No doubt about that, and it's proven to be so. Action roll by Luger. Misses that punch. Wow, wildly, but now a military press. Into a DDT. What a reversal by Tanaka. Guys, this match might have to get called off. Yeah, look at that. Referee Perry White checking on Luger, and Luger just mumbles. He gurgles the blood in his mouth, saying, I can continue, only to get this super kick out of the corner. But a rope break gonna save Luger there. Graced by the gods, but perhaps only to keep the pain on. Luger's got to make a big reversal. Oh, but a Kinshasa! A fourth time. 1, 2, 3, and Matsuda Tanaka remains unbeaten and takes out the work ethic Titan. Talk about a man who can take a beating in Luger right there. Wait a minute. Luger, I don't know how he's back to his feet. Matsuda offers a handshake, and Luger accepts. Luger showing respect? I mean, Matsuda deserves the respect. Opponents this Sunday on different sides of the war, but we get a handshake with Luger drenched in blood, shows respect to the Dragon Slayer. I mean, promo about it, Batman, you little cheeky bitch. I saw what I saw. Who knows what happened after the cameras cut away? Who the fuck is Duke? Oh, Duke Nukem? Wow, that match certainly lived up to its potential, though. The last, 5 minutes was Matsuda just murdering Luger, but Luger refusing to stay down. 4 Kinshasas it took there. Whew, mamacita. So it's 1-1 tonight, guys, for the Click and the Resistance. Reese Matthews defeating Marketel, then Matsuda Tanaka just getting one up over Luger. That tie will be broken in the main event. Tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. Heading into this Sunday, which team's going to have the upper hand? And as we await the arrival of John Reed, guys, we have a tweet here from Adam Valentine that says it doesn't matter what happened tonight, because at Validation, the true #1 contender for the Anarchy Championship will be revealed, and it won't be the Party Boy. This is not the main event. The main event is a tag team ladder match for the World Tag Team titles. Elijah Stewart and Pierre Thompson challenging Xander, Slade, and Randy Orton. This is the co-main event, as this man, who I even struggle to call John Reed anymore, makes his way to the ring. It was 2 weeks ago that Reed took a loss to newcomer Twisted, and after the match, feigning a handshake, brutally beat down the rookie, so much to the extent that Dave Turner came out and begged John Reed to stop. Said, "I can help you, Reed. All you have to do is put the chair down. All you have to do is stop this." And once again, John Reed feigning like he was going to comply with Turner, only to tear apart the Hall of Famer. And now it's been made official this Sunday, a rematch from Exodus, where Turner defeated Reed. It will be the Fallen Angel and the Technical Prodigy at it again. Dave Turner, since day one, has only wanted to help Reed with his battle, his inner demons taking him over. But Reed doesn't want help. And that's if Turner could even make it to Validation this Sunday, right here tonight. John Reed looks for a victory against his polar opposite. I did make him, Chrissy. He's on Fusion. He's Harvey Hastings' bodyguard, Mason Ross. He's there. He had a match just last week. Here we go. The purveyor of Boone Juice, ladies and gentlemen. Former CMV United States champion, Samuel Boone, who returned last month after an 8-month hiatus following an injury at the hands of Schmitty last season. His return hasn't been so grand, taking a lot of losses, but tonight he could turn that around by putting down CMV veteran John Reed. Oh, I didn't see a tweet. Please forgive. I beggeth your forgiveness. Here we go. John Reed mean mugging Samuel Boone out of the corner there. As the referee rings the bell, we get it on. Samuel Boone lately has been tagging with former World Tag Team Champion Eric Thunder. Eric Thunder, who has been unbeaten in singles competition for over a year and a half. But I've actually been told, guys, that next week it's been made official. General Manager Castlefave just fed me the info a couple of minutes ago before this match started, that it will be Samuel Boone and Eric Thunder who take on the debuting team of Dule Zaire and Brett Angel, if they have a tag team name by next week. So that's going to be a big old match coming Boone's way, and he would love to pick up some momentum by defeating John Reed here heading into that bout. Boone trying to get back up to his feet, but a punch to the top of the head by the Fallen Angel now brings him to a vertical base as they stare each other down. Thrown overhead. Yes, Troy Myers is still in CMV. He had a match 2 weeks ago. He lost to Damien. I believe that was his last match. Won the United States title this season. Oh, Harvey Hastings, but lost it rather quickly. But guys, we're at a count of 6 already, mind you, here. And it seems like John Reed and Samuel Boone aren't even here in the count. Just busy tearing each other apart. Oh, and face first goes Boone in that steel post. Is Reed going to save us on a count of 8? No, throws Boone back in and then joins him just before the 9. Samuel Boone and Eric Thunder. Crazy. Eric Thunder, of course, last season held the World Tag Team titles alongside Matt Jefferson for 5 months. They were voted Tag Team of the Year. He's a Tag Team specialist. And he and Samuel Boone have been getting friendly these past couple of weeks. That's going to be a big opportunity for them next week to try to knock off Dulazaire. And, of course, Brett Angel in their tag debut as John Reed gets an old taste of the Boone juice, I guess. Up to that second turnbuckle. Samuel Boone's feeling it. The juice coursing through his veins. And a chop right down on the top of the head. Yeah, that modified fish stick right there. Kick to the back of the head thwarted as Reed moves out of the way. Reed has been struggling to capture victories. He hasn't gotten a win since... I don't even know if he's gotten a win this season, to be completely honest with you. And that's part of the reason why like, he was pushed over the edge and allowed this inner dark side of him to take over. And like I said, this isn't even really John Reed anymore. The whole nother person I don't even recognize. What a clothesline there, though. Who doesn't like Boone Juice? Uranagi slam by John Reed, now the CMV veteran. John Reed, I heard earlier this week, was fuming after he watched Fusion, where his former best friend and tag partner Crow won championship gold yet again, becoming Fusion tag team champs with Caleb Reed. And we know that John Reed, in his near 3-year CMV career, has yet to hold championship gold. He's had plenty of opportunities, but has never been able to win that big one. Boone with a headbutt to John Reed as he stands him up. Now a Dragon Sleeper being applied by Samuel Boone. Maybe looking for a submission. John Reed, though, pulls off a couple of knees directly to the face. Boone, though, fires back with a high knee, clacking him on the jaw. Yeah, I don't know what's in Boone Juice. I drank it once and it made me blind for 10 hours. So I don't know if I can recommend it. It works for Samuel, but not really for anybody else that I've heard drink it. That I've heard of that has drank it. Irish whip now into the corner. Boone, vintage Boone. That punch to the gut now out of the corner. Gonna go for that rolling cutter. Somersault, rather. And Boone turns to the crowd, salutes him. Feeling good, the fans behind him. Can someone type in chat Eric Thunder? Samuel Boone and Eric Thunder will be taking on Dulazaire and Brett Angel next week. Oh, it's Boone with that spinning heel hook, rushes to the pin. 1, 2, nearly gets the 3, but not quite. Now the knee connects up onto the... And a spin-a-rooney by Reed into the pin. All right, that was interesting, but not even a 1 count. Irish whip now, Samuel Boone put into the corner as John Reed slowly approaches him, surely with dastardly deeds in mind. As he puts him up top, not a place you want to be. This could be a move-ending match. A match-ending move, I should say. And it looks like we're going to get a superplex by the Fallen Angel. Going to follow that through with some sharp elbows to the chest. John Reed riding high as he hooks for the pin again. 1, just a 1 count that time. John Reed with his hands on his hips. He's frustrated. We know that much. When you're desperate, you're dangerous, though. John Reed certainly has been dangerous these past couple of months. Michinoku driver. Gonna go for some more elbows, but Samuel Boone says, no, thank you. I've had enough. Forearm smash now. Boone shoots in, but Reed drops down behind for a reverse DDT, slapping the tail on the way down. Now it's Reed who backs up, lining up his shot. Elbow drop across the chest. Simple but effective. Wait a minute. What? Guys, Dave Turner's music just hit, but he's not coming out here. Perry White's baffled as well. Reed's pissed. He knows this trick. Samuel Boone closes in behind, tries to capitalize. Reed saw it coming, but now Boone with a half Nelson neckbreaker. Dave Turner triggering his theme, distracting Reed, and now Boone gonna capitalize picking Reed up, another spinning heel hook. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. Tries to capitalize off the distraction by Dave Turner. But Reed has enough left in him to be able to power out there. But for how long? Boom with a headbutt. Grabbing Reed, trying to bring him up by his luscious locks with the fallen angel with an arm drag to deflect that. And Reed a bit pissed, but Samuel Boone with the smarts to roll to the apron, use the ropes to bring himself up to his feet. Reed with a hook to the jaw sends him tumbling down to the outside. I don't know if anybody... wait a minute, John Reed. What the hell is he doing here now? Throwing caution to the wind, leaping off the apron for a clothesline that turns Boone inside out. I don't know if anybody in here has seen Insidious, The Last Key, but don't if you haven't, because it was the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. Oh, nice leaping leg. It was like a leg lariat right there. Now face first into that steel post goes the fallen angel. Conking the head off the post again. Propped up into a seated position with referee Perry White at the count of 6. Dangerous territory. Drops the bow to the thigh. Gonna make sure this match doesn't end via count out. The purveyor of Boone Juice brings the fight back into the squared circle. Dragging Reed's limp body away from the ropes, making sure he doesn't get a lucky rope break as he now hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. I'm always signed into the Twitter account, Chrissy. That's why I hardly ever, or I take a long time to respond on my Xander one. Tries for a cross-arm DDT, but Reed able to escape with 3 well-placed punches to the gut, and now Boone get a tour of the islands. Stomped down onto the arm. Now chucked overhead like it ain't no thing with that bullplex. John Reed, we saw how pissed he was when Dave Turner's theme hit. He was ready to tear Turner apart again. But it was all a clever ploy by Turner to try to throw Reed off his game. Boone reverses, takes some time to pander. I mean, unblock me on Discord and I'll be able to respond instantly. Jawbreaker creates some distance now. Boone looks to seize the opportunity with an Osaka street cutter. Beautiful. I love me a good Osaka street cutter. The main event is tag team ladder match. Prime Vibe versus Click for the titles as Boone for a 3rd time with the leg hook, but Reed sees it coming. No place for Boone. Instead put on the shoulders. This turned out to be a pretty great matchup back and forth. That flapjack right there into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Gonna look to unload some bows on the chest once again, but Boone with a forearm smash gonna rock the jaw of John Reed, who's now put in the corner, and from behind Boone pitching elbow, and a spearman reversed by Boone. The quickness, the timing for Boone to see that coming and to be able to reverse it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count, and you see how drained Boone is. What a hellacious match this has been. These guys running on fumes. John Reed is set for action this Sunday. Boone, he ain't on validation. He ain't got a match. So he's looking to end the week with a victory here. Looking to send Reed right in the arms of Turner with another somersault cutter. Up to the 2nd turnbuckle. Reed kindly rolling into position, but Boone gonna beckon him to rise up to his feet. Reed complies, wobbling on spaghetti legs, and a chop gonna bust him wide open. The blood beginning to trickle down Reed's face. I think Boone might have tried for another heel hook. If so, nice clutch reversal by Reed. And a tweet here, guys, now from Bob Luger. I guess, getting stitched up now. And he says, don't think that loss means I'm not prepared to walk out of validation victorious. Hashtag click rules. Hashtag forever and always. Reed fights back to his seat, but walks right into a fireman's carry. And Boone just gonna drop him face first on that top turnbuckle. Make that gash even worse. Another Bronco Buster. Channeling his inner El Jefe. Excuse me. Fights out of the head scissors. Does Boone. Only to turn around into a belly-to-belly. Boone, though, not done. Even though these two men have got to be exhausted, this has been one hell of a match. And Boone looks like he might be getting a bit frustrated. That Luke does. He rained down those right hands. No Osaka Street Cutter. Spear! By Reed connects that time. Mamma mia, cut in half like a loaf. 1, 2, 3, and John Reed, despite the distraction by Turner playing those cheeky games, Reed gets, I believe, his first win of the season and heads into validation looking for blood against the Hall of Famer. What is wrong with that woman's neck? Good God. She just got that checked out. What a great camera angle, by the way. What is this, taking on a fan's cell phone? The whole highlight going to be from this angle? John Reed finally picks up a victory with blood trickling down into his mouth. Reed is ready for Turner this Sunday. The dark side has completely consumed him. Can Turner still help, or is it too late? Three months, Krizzy. I literally told you earlier that Krizzy does Batman. All right, guys, are you ready? My fine feathered friends, because we are in for one hell of a main event tag team ladder match for the gold as Prime Vibe, the Good Vibes Kid Elijah Stewart, Primetime Pierre Thompson challenge the champs Xander Slate and Randy Orton of Click. Tonight has only been the battle of the coming war this Sunday. The main event of validation, Team Click versus Team Stewart, with so much on the line. Reese Matthews knocked off Marketel earlier tonight, then attacked him post-match with a steel chair, but Matsuda Tanaka got a win back for the Resistance by putting down Bob Luger. Now we'll see who takes that final chunk of momentum. Elijah Stewart, the two-time Alpha World Champion, looks to become a two-time World Tag Team Champion, alongside his newfound ally and the big dog, Pierre Thompson. Slate and Borton have held the gold for 2.5 months, won him back in the clean slate match at Death Wish. But tonight, they don't have to be pinned. They don't have to be submitted to lose their titles. Both the championships will be hanging high above the ring. And the first superstar of the team to climb the ladder and yank down both belts will win them for their team. Yeah, I actually thought about that too, Soul. Is if Prime Vibe do win here, but then Team Eli lose the validation match and Elijah has to join Click, I mean, I'd have to imagine that Elijah would have to forfeit his half of the title. Click wouldn't allow him to associate with Pierre as still tag team champ. It'd be an interesting scenario. A lot of interesting scenarios can come of validation. Man, last season was the best time of Elijah Stewart's life and career when he defeated Cole Savage to become Alpha World Champion, but then Click arrived, and ever since then, it's been a bumpy roller coaster for the Good Vibes Kid. Finally won back the title at Exodus, that triple threat match, but then, of course, Guri Sukhanov, just 6 days later, would defeat him to win the belt. And if Elijah wants a rematch, wants the chance to make history and become a 3-time champion and not have to join Click, he and his team have to pull through this Sunday. Right on time indeed, Maury. And I talked about it a bit earlier, how, I kind of ran through the match. Who is this going to favor? Elijah Stewart not only is definitely head and toes better than head and toe faster, more agile than all three of the other guys here, but he has the more ladder match experience. Beautiful entrance as always by Pierre. Thompson, I believe, has only ever been in one ladder match in his CMV career, if that has even. He was in Money in the Bank, wasn't he? At Battle Scars. Elijah has been in countless ladder matches, and he's won a good handful of them. Xander Slade and Randy Orton, of course, have had their share of ladder matches throughout their respective careers, but they're both bigger, slower guys. Elijah gonna be able to zip up that ladder and yank those belts. I mean, surely Prime Vibe have a game plan here. The question is, can they execute it? The former international champion looking to add another championship to his resume. And there are those ladders, those steel weapons of destruction. And they can be used as weapons here. They're not just for climbing. And I assure you they will be used as weapons here. All right, here we go. Prime Vibe loaded. Elijah, he would love to get one over Click like this to take their tag team titles from him. There they are, the Good Brothers and the CMV World Tag Team Champions. Of course, you'll notice they do not have their titles on them because they're already hanging above the ring. Here's a tweet, guys, from Dule Zaire. And he says, it's only a matter of time before Slate pays for what he did. And then at Brett says, who? Dule, Borton is guilty by association now. Brett, who? Dule, free drinks for the lady, though. Brett, cares. That vintage Brett. Yeah, Dule Zaire and Brett Angel throwing out plenty of shots earlier tonight when they announced they're coming to Genesis next week. And that included Click. Of course, if you don't know what Dule was referring to there, is when Xander Slayton 10L had that hellacious brawl in a bar, and it turned out to be Dule's bar. That's why he had to come out of retirement to start wrestling and to pay for all the damages. Here we go. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. Prime Vibe, Click. Xander gonna go right for Pierre, of course, while Borton zones in on Elijah Stewart. Xander Slate just got a win over Thompson a couple weeks ago, one-on-one, forced the Big Dog to tap. We know their history. They were voted Feud of the Year in 2018. Xander kicked Pierre Thompson off of Fusion. Remember that loser leaves Fusion match at last year's SummerSlam. Of course, we're closing out on the third annual SummerSlam, going to be a Genesis exclusive. It's the pay-per-view for Genesis after Validation. And of course, it's obviously, as you can see, Tornado, all 4 men active at the same time. That's not what it'll be like this Sunday. It'll be a standard traditional 8-man elimination tag team match. Xander going hard. And Pierre, while Borton fires off at Elijah with the fireman's carry overhead. And again, there are no pinfalls. There are no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. It's the first man to climb the ladder and yank down both titles that hang above the ring. That'll send one of these teams walking out with the championships. Yeah, Borton just got his fucking clock cleaned. But now Pierre rolls to the outside and leaves Elijah to a handicap scenario. Oh, there goes Xander taken out. And now it's just the Milkman and the Good Vibes Kid alone. You know, I give Elijah Stewart all the credit for his ladder match experience, but Borton's a former Money in the Bank winner. Remember that awesome ladder match he had against Cannon Kinner way back when at Over the Limit. Oh, nice form. In fact, I think that might be the only 2 ladder matches Borton's ever been in, and he won both. Borton now rolling to the outside. Pierre going to go take care of him. Of course, Borton and Pierre have some history. Pierre, every time they fought, I believe Borton and Pierre fought 3 times, and 3 times Pierre has defeated Borton, getting a go-home driver there on the outside where those pads offer little to no support for the concrete that lies beneath. Meanwhile, Slate flooring Elijah with an STO, but he ain't done. Now lining up the shot, and the Good Vibes Kid is in big trouble as Xander looks for the clean slate. And there we go with Pierre down, Elijah Stewart down, Borton retrieves the ladder. Damn, Elijah just threw his knee right down onto it as well. Bringing Xander up into an electric chair position. The OG Dirty Heel escapes on his own regard while Borton looks to use the ladder as a weapon. And they are just double teaming Elijah. Pierre is still down, chucking him out of the ring, a sack of dirty laundry. Borton now sets up the ladder. Pierre runs to the ring to make sure he doesn't end this match so quickly. Or he's just going to watch him. There we go. Now joining him up high. Borton has his hands on the gold. Here comes Xander Slate, though. Pierre trying to stop Borton, but now the numbers game coming back to bite him. Xander going to pull Pierre down. This gives Borton the opening to try to finish things, retain the titles for Click. Borton trying to shake off the combo. Oh, Slate! Another play of the day! Knocks the ladder out. And now Borton dangling. Hanging out for dear life. Power bomb by the Big Dog. Now it's Pierre who has the ladder as Borton rolls to the outside, and a body splash by Eli to Slate. Now it's Pierre who starts the climb. Elijah playing defense with Borton down. Just has to make sure Slate doesn't break free to stop Pierre as Thompson could have it. Thompson has his hands on the gold. If he can unlatch the titles, we'll have new champions. Elijah beating the shit out of Slate, making sure he doesn't stop it. Borton's back. Can he make it in time, though? He's trying desperately to get over there. Pierre struggling to unlock the titles. Now Slate breaks free. Slate climbs to the top. Elijah rolls to the outside, tumbling down. That good 9-10 foot drop. And now Slate has the gold. Pierre disposed of. And Click remain the World Tag Team Champions. Xander Slate and Randy Borton still the World Tag Team Champions. What an intense match that was. Weak. That was awesome. I love that match. What a finish, man. I thought Pierre was struggling big time. He really screwed that up for he and Eli. He had so much time to get it. Elijah was like, come on, man. Okay, I guess Borton's just going to disappear. Woo. Click still the World Tag Team Champions tonight. Click reigns supreme, going up over the Resistance. But this Sunday, it's a different ball game with so much on the line. Will it be Click that reigns supreme once again? Or will Eli and his boys finally get up over the villainous stable? Just have to wait and see. Yeah, Borton, a little weasel. Give Pierre like literally 5 more seconds. He would have had it. But Borton wasn't about that life. Where's my towel? Oh, there it is. That was intense. That was intense, man. Ooh, there you see it. The beautiful validation. Should we see what Universe booked? Oh boy, Universe continuing the Valentine PL versus One of the Unknown random tag team. Luger, wait, what? Marketel 2 matches, okay. Marketel versus Luger. Azrael versus Jacob Zigo, they got that one right. Damien versus Shanaz, they got that one right. Oh, and then we got Team Fusion versus Team Genesis. Hayden, Travis King, Red Rum, and Divine versus Guri, Matsuda, Lance, and Christ. That's an interesting Genesis team. Fusion's almost stacked, but then there's randomly Red Rum in there. Oh, wow. Luger got injured. That is big. Heading into validation, guys. Injury report. I'm not surprised. Luger, after the beating he took at the hands of Matsuda. Should we see what's injured? I'm going to assume his head would be the safe bet after all those Kinshasas. Yep, his head. Got a minor concussion, does Luger. So now both teams not at 100%. Because Marketel got attacked with a steel chair. Luger suffering a concussion. It's going to be interesting, guys. Looks like the playing field has kind of been leveled again. Sprained penis. All right, we can do a winner match. Just one, though. Just one winner match. Hey, man. You're in divine. Must have seen a Ghost Rider. Well, ditto, little bitch, but I'm not scared to show mine. I always do join. Why do I do that? Oh, wow. Maury asked for it. He got it. Maury and Maury. Jesus Christ. Good God. It is Love and Maury. Holy cow. Click. Xander, Slate, and Borton retained. It was an intense finish. There we go. Topher. It was an intense finish, but yeah, Slate and Borton were able to retain. All right, Maury, who you got? I don't know, Josh. I can't do it tomorrow. I'm going to be out all day, and then Sunday's validation, so I have no idea. Pierre, all right. Giving Pierre a chance to redeem himself after that fail. What a nice guy you are, Maury. Bacon. Pierre Thompson versus Joey Bacon. It's an interesting one. That Dimitri command is still there. I don't even know what commands are around anymore because Alvius deleted like 15 of them. The Big Dog versus Big Ham. What a match. We came to conquer and divide. Maury, are you a big Click fan? I know Topper's the biggest Click fan. He has all the Click merch. Here we go. Pierre Thompson exploding out of the gate. He's anxious to make up for choking on Genesis. And looking to get a little teeny sliver of momentum before validation this Sunday. I think it might be Pierre Thompson's first ever main event in CMV of a pay-per-view. Obviously it is. It's not for Bob Luger, not for Xander Slate, Orton, or Reese. But yeah, it is for Matsuda and Pierre. It'll be their first main events in CMV. And Marketel. I don't think Marketel's ever main evented in CMV. Not a pay-per-view. So pretty much all of Team Eli finally breaking into the main event of a pay-per-view. And Pierre Thompson go. Running him on Joey Bacon right now. I mean, I can do a stream after this, but I'm not going to commentate matches. I'll just let him run and like talk to chat, but I can't commentate. My voice is already shot, and I got to save it for validation. Plus, tomorrow I'm going to be talking like a madman, probably. Screaming and hooting and hollering. No, Cop streaming. I can't. Well, depending when he goes live. Okay, I could stream until he starts. But I think he's going right after, so. Maury, I made you, kid. Oh boy. I get to put off not seeing Jamal's new moveset for another day. How exciting. Top, you little filthy biscuit. Woo! Mamma mia! Christ on a cross! Power right there. I'm going to end it, but then I'll start it again. See, Maury knows. Click's going to bring CMV into a new era. An era that's never seen before, alright? New heights. Remember when we had that stream and Cole Savage main evented and we got up to 76 viewers? Get out of here! Validation, Click main eventing, gonna be 100 viewers, gonna be 200 viewers. Move aside, Cole Savage. Joey Bacon's trying to fucking just dismantle Pierre Thompson right now. Oh, good God. Gonna get that big ol' ass right down onto the sternum. Rip Pierre. No, not totally Pierre. Pierre able to survive. The hottest pay-per-view buys CMV has ever seen. More pay-per-view buys than Conor McGregor, alright? Ooh, Bacon getting a little bit funky with it. Dropping the leg. Dropping that ham hock. Pierre's hand glitching through Bacon's leg. They're just a bunch of gazelles grazing the grass. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck are you? That's what Xander Slate says when somebody talks about Chris Andrews around him. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, look at that. That's fucking wood out there. Jesus. This is a dangerous arena right here, folks. Topher, you asked that last time. I told you. It's Aaron. I can't do that, Batman. Those are the greatest promos ever. They're just embedded into my brain. Oh, we're out on the wood. Bacon about to crash down to the basement. Gotta get this count out here. Xander is Irish and something else. That's in his bio. I don't remember what else I made him. No, not Italian. He's Italian and something else. I think I made him Polish. Irish and Polish. Rip is going to go to a count out. Pierre going to get himself defeated. Yes. Vintage Topher caw. Pierre, you wing nut. Damn, screwing up in the ladder match. Then just handing Bacon the win right here. Get back in there, Bacon. Take the W. You're a good guy. Oh, I don't need that close up in my life. Look at Joey Bacon celebrating. What a hard-fought win for Big Ham. Truly. Oh, man, look at that shot. Look at that shot right there. That's going to haunt my fucking dreams. All right, folks, as always, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you follow me so that you know when I go live. It is this Sunday, the huge stack from top to bottom pay-per-view. That is Validation. You do not want to miss it. I'm going to do a little string of tweets on Twitter later on tonight while the matches, so you can check that out. Our Twitter, of course, is official. Wait, not an exclamation point. Just official. Can I spell? Why can't I spell? Official CMV _ if you want to follow us for all that good stuff. Exclamation point CMV to know a little bit more about us and what we do. Exclamation point join if you want your call on the show. You can check out our website, cmvwrestling.com. And as always, all the past episodes are on my YouTube channel if you would like to check all those out. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're with us this Sunday because it is going to be a good one. You do not want to miss it. And I'll go live in a few and do a little cheeky, relaxed stream for anybody who wants to be in there for that. But I love you. If not, see you later.